My phone was freezing like a motherfucker. So I don't know what happened, but it doesn't matter. I'm here now. Anyway, I have to check some comments here, yes. And I tried to use this phone, but this phone has a little door where I put my mic in. That's why I'm wearing this, because it has a lapel for my mic. Otherwise, it's on my t-shirt and it hits into my multiple chins and all that other shit that's going on there. So anyway, that's where we're at. Katie, welcome. Let me see here. Wow, there's a lot of stuff going on in here. Case, how are you? Fire, how you doing? Who else is here? And that's it. Just the three of you. Okay, cool. Good. Yeah, motherfuckers can do all kinds of different shit. Unfortunately, it's just the way they are. Anyway, cheers. This is full of beer, and I put ice in a Ziploc bag, ice cubes. So if it melts, I want to see how well sealed these so-called Ziploc bags are. So, well, maybe AA is life in a different language. Who knows, right? Probably. Wouldn't right. Yeah. Cheers, buddy. So, yeah, there we go. Here we are. Your computer is stuck on Translate. Is it the computer or is it YouTube? Because I have that on YouTube too, unfortunately, sometimes. Because it happens, I guess. Yeah, so there we are. Having a brew or two or three. This is first. If I refill this glass 6 times, that means that bag's empty. All right, you grab yourself a drink, then we can cheers. It was a warm-ish day. Sold my bikes, sold both of them. I had a mountain bike and a hybrid that I used to commute to work with. I put my mountain bike up for sale yesterday. I sold it in about 2-3 hours. And no, not yesterday, day before yesterday. Yeah, before yesterday. And I put my other bike up for sale last night. And again, the guy, he came and picked it up today. So, cool. So that's gone. So it makes life easy for me. Because there's a place and I have to move. So the less shit I have to take with me, the better it is for me. So, I was offered a job on Vancouver Island back in the spring. Some of you may remember this. Anyway, I was talking to him yesterday, the day before yesterday, and he asked me if I was still interested in moving to the island, and I said, yeah, it's a good possibility. So, yeah, might go to the island. Not right now, Case, because I need a bike. I don't have a bike anymore. So I get rid of them because it's just easier, especially if I do move to the island, then it's going to be easier for me to get my shit out, right? I still have 2 guitars I need to sell. The 2 black ones, the matte black ones, one with the skull on it, and the other one the same. I still have those 2 to sell. Then it'll be a little more manageable to move, but I got a lot of tire kickers on those guitars. Oh, they're beautiful, you know, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, yeah, sure, thanks. But, you know, I'm not asking an arm and a leg for the bloody thing. So yeah, that's is this just frozen or is it, oh, it's just this thing. There we go. What are you drinking? Cheers. I was going to buy something different today, but I figured, you know what? I still got a lot of beer left, so I'll just drink that. Be done with one first. I don't know, it feels weird staring up at the camera like this. Looking straight on is a little better for me. Whiskey and coffee. Damn, that's rough. I couldn't do that. I can't mix alcohol with a hot drink at all. It's for me, it's an instant recipe for the Technicolor yawn all day long. So I can't do that. Yeah, you should have waited, but it's okay. It's all good. Lots of fun. I had, I guess I had, well, that phone there was shut off. Then I turned it on, but I forgot to log in. And when I turned it on, I just put it on here. So when I started it at 6 o'clock, so I started the phone and then I had to load everything. And then, you know how phones get, they just get all glitchy. And you try to load shit. Private network profile. Fuck off. Norton, take a hike. All right, get on the fun, man. That's where it's at. Uh-oh. It was circling. I thought that was it. Yeah. Yeah, I guess you got to do something with that, right? A little bit harsh. So, having some beers, nice night out, can't complain. No, I love it. It was warm today, it was 26, so it's pretty warm. Nice breeze though, so it's okay. It's all good. Okay, that's good. Glad to know that. So the guy, because my hybrid bike is a double extra large, so it's very big. And the reason it's very big, it's not because I'm super tall. I'm only 6'2". But with Trek, the reach on their bikes is very short compared to other brands. So you got to go up at least one size to get the reach right. So that's what I did. And then this guy who bought it, he's like 6'5". So it fits him. Like, he can stand over the bike and not have any twig and berries hitting the top tube. Me, it's complete opposite. If I don't have one foot on the pedals and I have both feet on the ground, it's going to hurt. So yeah, he's a big, tall Indian dude, man, 6'5". And he had his youngest son with him. His youngest son is like 10. And he's probably already 5'8". He's just a freaking, I've never seen that. I thought he was a teenager. He was, oh, this is my youngest. He's my 10-year-old boy. I'm like, what the fuck, man? You got a family of giants or what? He's got 2 more older sons at home too. It's crazy. Some bad weed over there. Yeah, I find my last stream, as in for now, pretty much, depending. I have to see first what's going on with moving. I did meet a guy last week who has 2 units in this building. I messaged him this morning if there's any updates on what he's going to do. And he said that they're going to try to sell both. So that's kiboshed for me. I still have my thoughts of going on the island, as per talking to Mike yesterday. That's a good possibility. And if that's the case, then I have to travel as light as possible. So, and that's better for me. And as far as the streaming goes, I'm going to be honest, I get bored watching streams quite quickly. Including myself, we're always playing the same music, the same songs constantly. And I get bored of watching them play. And I'm sure it's the same way with me. And I get bored of playing the same songs all the time too. So it's kind of a two-way street with that, because I need to learn a shit ton more material. I also want to learn to play different styles as well. I really want to learn how to play jazz, like really bad. I love playing metal, don't get me wrong, but I really want to learn how to play jazz. I always have. I know how to play jazz drums. I've done it for years in studios and stuff. And jazz guitar has always intrigued me. It just sounds so amazing. It's just so good. And and I got some personal issues too I need to deal with. There's a lot of shit going on right now in my life, and I got to deal with that. So I really can't put the time, the motivation, everything else into setting up, tearing down. If I had a place with an extra room in the studio and had it set up all the time, sure, plug a guitar in, turn a camera on, and play. That's it. But I set up, tear down, set up, tear down. I got 5 or 6 guitars that I use when I stream, and people say, well, you don't need that many. Well, technically, yes, because what I play is tuned. Every guitar is tuned differently. They're not all the same. Not even 2 are the same. So it's it's a little, take them out of the bags, put them on the stand, take my speakers out, take them out of the box, take the wires out, put it on the table, take my iPad or other tablet out, get the stand, get the wires to connect that, get my pedal out, get the wires to connect that, get my picks, get my sheets, get my stand out for my camera, hook up my phone to it, and it's, move shit around to try to make it sound better. And it's just, excuse me, a pain in the ass. Sorry about that. But thanks, Kitty. Yeah, this is my fucking Temu $40 special. I bought it to use it to play guitar, but this, especially here, put a guitar on that and see what happens. The guitar will look shredded in about a week. So, yeah, it needs to be left set up permanently, and I can't do that here because life goes on, and there's life in this house, and it has to go. So, I don't have the space for it. So, my next adventure, who knows? Maybe there will be. I'm hoping so. Even if it's just a studio apartment, I can buy a pull-out couch, sleep on that, and just have my shit set up in a corner somewhere and just leave it. That's it. I don't need a TV. I have one, but I don't fucking need one. I never watch it anymore anyway. So, who wants to Trump watching orange-faced fucking Pico brain trying to run a country anyway? It's just dumb. So, yeah, I'd like to, but I don't want to right now, man. It's like, I don't want to buy real leathers or anything like that. This was just for a gimmick anyway. So it's I do have a leather jacket in there. It's extremely heavy. It probably weighs like a few pounds at least, maybe more. It's heavy. It's very heavy. Yeah. Thanks, Fire. Yeah, it's I'll be back doing it again. Like, I don't know when. So it could be, who knows? Maybe I can find a place on the island. And Mike said he's going to get back to me this coming week. about what's going on the island, and if it's a go, then I find a place there, I'm going to move there. It's going to suck in the winter because it snows on the island quite a bit. So we don't get that here. So I'll have to get used to snow again. I'll actually have to, maybe I'll be able to wear my fucking $1,100 moose knuckle jacket I bought 4 years ago and I've worn once. And my boots. God, I haven't put boots on in like 2.5 years. I always wear shoes. Yeah, I'm still going to upload videos and shorts. There's still, last night I worked on flying whales. Gaugier, I probably paid it, yeah. I wonder why I'm talking like that. Not because of the drinking, I only had half a beer. Probably played it 12 times solid, back to back, boom, 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 boom. Now it's about 99.8% accurate. So it's a good song. And I also played Lay It Down through 4 times, front to back. So I got that one down as well. So that's good. That's what I'm going to do. And I got to do more acoustic stuff too. I'm actually, I can't believe I'm even saying this. I was looking at 12 strings again today online to see what's available. There is a Simon & Patrick, a guy who has one for $350 in Vancouver. He was asking $7 for it. They are expensive guitars. They range between new, between $600 to $1,200 roughly. So they're a very good guitar. I know I said I was going to get a 12-string last time, and I ended up buying a 6-string. But it's just the sound of a 12-string. It just hits different. It's almost like having a full-time chorus and a mandolin playing. Well, technically, a 12-string is basically like a extra large version of a mandolin. Mandolin is 8 strings. 12-string is obviously 12-string. So. Which content creator is that? That's on the island. I don't remember. Depends where on the island, though. It's a big place. I was actually looking at flights to Tofino. I was thinking about going to Tofino for a few days. But I'm not going to spend $300 to get on a small plane to go to Tofino one way. Fuck that. I can go to Toronto for $150, $200 more. There's no way I'm going to go to Tofino for $300. Fuck that. It was like $100, 200 maybe. Sure. So I remember something about a content creator on the island, but I can't remember who it is. It does jog a memory. Yeah, because the 12-string, every second string attached to the main string is a higher pitch. It's like having a high E string on every, all the way across, basically, and just tuned differently. It's thicker than that, but it's that's the gist of it. So I used to play 12-string all the time. My buddy had a couple of them there, and we used to jam together. I used to pick that up when it was available and didn't have any broken strings, and we can afford to buy new ones. Timber Traveler. Doesn't ring a bell. That's okay. No big deal. So yeah, I get bored watching live streams very quickly. You know, I have nothing against people who love to live stream or love to be there or love to, you know, interact with people there. That's fine. It's your choice, right? Myself personally, I just find it extremely boring right from the get-go. And When I start finding my own streams boring because I'm playing the same songs, I can just imagine what others feel like too. So it's it's like, okay, I gotta stop this. So I gotta, it's for me, somebody who streams, like Kitty watches a couple of people who stream and they're like tube walkers, right? They walk around cities and talk. That's different because it's something different every day. But when you're playing music, unless you have a plethora of songs under your belt, like I'm talking thousands, then you're going to keep playing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And it just gets it's like a radio station, right? The song you heard in the morning when you went to work, you heard it again at lunch, and then you'll hear it again at 4 o'clock. So it just repeats. So no, it's the first time I've ever done that ever. It's well, I think I had the stock strings. Yeah, I had the stock strings on it when I did that, and they're nines, so I guess it's a 911 or 912 because the other ones are 1013. So probably a 912. So yeah, they broke. I'm also surprised that both of them broke like that because yeah. Yeah, Casey plays the same songs. His solos are all the same all the time. And it's to the point where I can almost play his entire solo myself because I figured out how he does his chords. And it's he's a great guy. Don't get me wrong. Dave's a nice guy and everything's super chill, super calm, quiet. Probably doesn't have a bad bone in his body, right? So me, I'm the complete opposite. I say how I feel. If people don't like it, they can just, fucking take the fucking highway. I don't care, right? I don't give a shit. That's just the way I am. I speak my mind. People don't like it. C'est la vie. So, yeah, he's a super nice guy, super chill guy. And I think that's why people are drawn to that because it's quite calm, quite, I guess the engagement is positive, but to me, a lot of the engagement is positive in a very fake way. A lot of it is just an act, you know what I mean? From some of the people who are chatting on there, and it's very transparent. And some other streamers too, like for instance, like I'm not gonna. Well, I'll just say it, Wally. Fucking everything's Russian for fuck's sake. Like, who the fuck wants to speak Russian except for Russians or what's his name? Cyber Dork Douche or whatever his name is. I can't remember. Cyber something. But he's a fucking idiot. Anyway. That's glass number 1. Let's carry on. Anybody who fucking threatens somebody's life in a stream, I'm sorry. That kind of shit is not good at all. So I have no time for people like that whatsoever. Anyway, cheers number 2, numero 2. Number 2. And my recycle bag is right there. How convenient is that? Yeah, Wally is a fucking douchebag. I went in there one day and he was like, "Oh my God, home noodle this, home noodle that, home noodle this." I'm like, "Oh wow, cool, right?" A couple of his disciples came over to my stream. He came in and saw them there, and apparently he went back and streamed, and the anger on his face, apparently, I didn't see it, but the anger on his face was just so visible. It was insane. Well, needless to say, they've never come back ever. So he tries to have full control of everybody that's there. And that's not good either. So, like, I'm far from fucking perfect. I'm probably the most flawed human you'll ever know. I am who I am, right? C'est la vie, whatever. Damn, the sun's coming right up into my face. That's okay. It's all good. But yeah. Yeah, if I move to the island, I'll get another bike. When I get settled in, I'll get another bike. I'll probably get a road bike this time, like a proper drop bar road bike, gravel bike. I've been thinking about it for a few months now. The blue bike I had was fantastic. It was great. Like, it was a fucking awesome bike. But again, it only has bars this way. So you have one hand position like this, or you can just butt your hands on the end of the bar and hold it like that. With a road bike, you got so many different hand positions that you can put your hands in when you're riding. You can do way longer rides. 100 kilometers is nothing to do because you get so many hand positions. Well, that's not nothing, but what I'm saying is you're not constantly like this or in pain or whatever. So it makes a difference. The thing is, you know, Wally is an okay guitar player. I wouldn't put him as anything better than okay. He strums a few chords from different songs, but he improvises most of it. Like, I'd say most of the songs he improvises, I'd say 80% of it. And he just finds the chords that match the vocals and he runs with it. That's what he does. So, you know, when he plays acoustic, his finger picking is awesome. Yes, I agree with that 100%. But on an electric guitar, it's a little wishy-washy with that. But anyway, he is who he is. It is what it is. He's got his disciples. He reminds me of what's that guy? Every time I think of him, he reminds me of that guy from Waco, Texas, there that had his cult of people. What the fuck was his name? God, what was his name? Guy from Waco back in the 70s. Manson. Charles Manson. He reminds me of him in a way. Actually, if you think about it, Cyber actually looks like Charles Manson a bit. So, just saying. But yeah, he reminds me of the way he has his little clan of disciples that go in there, you know. And yeah, Cyber wanted to kick me out of that room because Cyber said to someone, he says, I have connections in the deep, dark webs. I could have you found in 15 minutes. He was saying that to a guy who was in the chat. I said, Cyber, that's not cool, man. I said, you know, threatening somebody like that is really not cool. He said, I didn't threaten anybody. I said, yeah, you did. I said, you don't threaten people into a chat. And then he got mad. Well, he kicked Dennis out. I want you to kick Dennis out. And well, he's like, what did he do? He says, if you want me to kick him out, I'll do it. Just say it and I'll kick him out. And it's like, okay. Right. So ever since then, no thanks. So yeah, that's what happened, and that's why I have a massive hate on for that little peckerhead. God, I haven't used that word in like 35 years. Peckerhead. That's good. Yeah, that's the thing is, you know, and he tells other people, I stream every day. I stream every day. Mm-hmm. It's funny because on your channel you have 0 streams on there. So he's using Wally's stream as saying it's his own stream, which he doesn't do at all. Anyway, that's that. Yeah, he's a different character. But he just put it this way: Wally has trained him well to be like the way he wants him to be. So, no worries, Kitty. Take your time. And I saw something the other day. Like, I'm sure you guys have seen this egg peeling thing on YouTube. You have over 1,000 people watching somebody peel an eggshell away from the membrane with tweezers and dental floss and pimple tools and all kinds of dumb shit like that. And then the other day, I seen this guy that has like a plastic ball. It's in two pieces and it's glued together. And there's bags of candy inside. He just makes the noises with the ball, like this, like that. Pulls the bag out, just taps it like this, like that. He had 3,700 people watching this, and I'm like, oh my God, what is wrong with this planet? Really? 3,700 people watching some dude like just tap a bag like this, just like, hey, maybe I should keep doing that. I'll have 4,000 views. I can't do that. I just can't do that. It's just, oh. Yeah, the whole thing is just, it just makes no sense. You got that guy in the shower. He sits there. It looks like he's got a lampshade frame on his head, holding these two things. Da-dang, 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 da-dang. And people believe that he has the powers to curse people. It's like, wow. Yeah. Yeah, AMSR, yeah. It's still just, AMSR is one thing, but doing it live, like for hours, wow, it's brutal. It's just, it's not cool. Not at all. So this woman asks her husband, she says, be honest with me. She says, does this dress make me look fat? And he goes, no. He says, your fat makes you look fat. Same woman, she says, I had a dream last night that I visited planet Mars. And he goes, well, maybe you should go back to sleep and have a dream to go visit Planet Fitness. Oh yeah, I have seen that guy. That guy is fucking amazing. He gets so excited. He's like, he gets so into it. Just, yeah, he's awesome. That guy is phenomenal. Look at that! Yeah, he's awesome. He's really, really cool. That guy is awesome. Yeah, and each pipe has a different pitch, right? It's so cool. Yeah, he's awesome. Yeah, Zewich. I forgot about his name, but yeah, I knew who you were talking about. I haven't watched his lives in a while, but he is awesome. He's really good. Yeah, he's a character, man. It's like just some fucking PVC pipe put together. One's longer, lower than the other, different pitch. Yeah, he's awesome, that guy. Oh man. So, Case, are you having your what is it, your Heineken you're drinking? I'm drinking Pabst Blue Ribbon because it's cheap. It's either that or a Caribou, and Caribou beer sucks. So, still not as watered down as American beer, though. It's funny because American beer in Canada is stronger than American beer in the US, which is brewed in a different place, right? I think he's using some kind of PVC pipe, like drainage pipe, like from from like a building or something like that. Because it looks like about 2.5 inch, 3 inch pipe, maybe something like that. So that's what it looks like. It looks about a 3 inch pipe, I'm thinking. But yeah, he's just, you know, I that's the kind of thing I like. People who use their brain, make things up, make it sound cool, even without using the actual instrument. Yeah, and there's another guy too. What's his name? Horseman, the bucket drummer or something. He wears a horse mask and he sits in a bathtub with like 5-gallon pails. And he was actually a good drummer. You can tell because he twirls the sticks like nobody's business. But yeah, that's really cool. I've seen a whole band with him too. It's awesome. Labatt's Blue, that used to be my go-to back in my heavy drinking days. I was a big Labatt's Blue guy. I used to drink blue like nobody's business. Canadian's okay, golden. My parents used to drink golden a lot. One safe bet back in the day, if you bought a case of Labatt's 50, everybody said it tastes like horse piss. Labatt's 50 was really good when it was just on the verge of freezing. Then it was okay. Other than that, it wasn't very good. But the one thing is if you took a 2-4 to a party, you know nobody's going to take your beer because nobody wanted it. So you know the beer's all yours. So strain of rum, yes. I love rum. I love scotch. Scotch on the rocks. Give me a good scotch any day. And yeah, good scotch, cognac, rum. That's like my cheap high alcohol drink, Captain Morgan's. Scotch I usually buy what is it? Can't remember the name of it. The bottle is I can't remember the name of the bottle. It's not Remy. It's not Remy whatever, but it's a bottle. It's like round like this. It's not round, but it's kind of like pancake, but like this. It's about $2.50 for a bottle, 750 ml. It's really good. You just pour a little bit in a glass, a couple ice cubes, and Mamma Mia, it's just so good. It just goes down nice. You don't feel the burn until it gets in your stomach. You feel it getting a little hot down there. So it doesn't burn your throat on the way down and just destroy everything on the way. So that's when you know you have a good scotch or a good cognac. So it's there was a bottle of scotch at the airport when I was there. I have a picture of it still and the price tag. $39,000 for a bottle of booze. They sold one. They had one more expensive than that. They sold it to an Asian guy who was going back to China. It was actually on the news. It was a $250,000 bottle of scotch. So obviously, it's a big whoopla. So he bought the bottle, and then these guys who have these metal credit cards, you drop on the ground and they go ting 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 ting, and they'll stick to a magnet. Yeah, those guys. No limits. Anyway, they he bought it, and the news media was there, and the airport media was there, and everybody's taking pictures of this guy. And then obviously they literally probably put this much bubble wrap around this bottle, like the big bubble wrap, not the small, tiny bubbles, the big one. And then they put it in a box, a wooden box, and then they wrapped that wooden box in bubble wrap and put that in another wooden box. And that was carry on. It was not getting thrown in the luggage. So, yeah, it was crazy. It is kerosene and gunpowder, and it looks like water, and you drink that much of it, lights out for you. That's it, you're done. Where do you think Molotov cocktails came from? They originated from Newfoundland with the Screech. They've never, no other Molotov cocktail has had an impact like the ones from Newfoundland, because when you throw them, it's like fucking Hiroshima, man. Make me go blonde. I was blonde once when I had hair. I saw that. I know you wanted to say make you go blind, not blonde. So, yeah. Good times. I should have had some tunes playing on the side, but then it'll probably get fucking blocked in some territories. Like always, every stream I do is blocked in some territory. Every single one. Even the one I did with the white guitar when I was changing the V, the offset V. I was changing the strings and setting it up, and I had music playing in the background. Blocked in some territories. Every time. Yeah, that's the thing is, like, you know, I have friends in Toronto that are Newfies, and their uncles and their family come and visit from Newfoundland, and fuck, man, you think you can drink? You're a complete amateur compared to these people, like total amateur. I went to Newfoundland once, St. John's, years and years ago, and one side of the street, like the booze, because the economy there was so bad back then. It was in the 90s. The economy was so bad that they were just basically giving the shit away for next to nothing just to make $1. Like, you know, you buy one draft, you get one free. Or, you know, happy hour draft 25 cents. You go in there with $20 and you come out and you can't walk because you're so drunk. Yes, I know what you meant, but I had to say the blonde thing. Nice. I haven't been to Newfoundland since 97, I guess, was when I went. Yeah, that's the only time I went. It's funny because I went to Newfoundland, and when I came back, there was a band looking for a drummer. So I went and auditioned for that band. And the bass player and the keyboardist were husband and wife, and they're both Newfies. So how ironic is that? Probably the best cover band I've ever been in, like without any arguments or a shit ton of drama. It was phenomenal. I was in that band up until I moved here. And Jill was so pissed when I moved here. Fuck, she was mad. She wouldn't talk to me for like 6 months. You know, I told her, I said, look, I'm moving to BC. You know, I got an opportunity to tour with the band from Seattle over in Europe. Oh, fuck, she didn't like that. Bob, her husband, he was okay with it, but everybody else was okay. They understood, but she did not like that at all. She was mad because I was doing all the backup vocals and I could play drums at the same time. And so she was basically losing two musicians in a sense, and she didn't like that. So anyway, she came around. It took her a while, but she came around. Her birthday was one day after mine. So every birthday we used to fucking have a party. It was fun. Oh God, some Newfies, yeah, you can't understand a goddamn thing they say. It's even Bob and Joe, when they start talking in their dialect, forget it. Can't understand a thing they're saying. No idea, except for bye. That's it. That's the only word I know. Hey, bye. That's all I know. You gave relatives. Wow. Maybe you should have sold them. You could have got money for it. Joking. I know you said I have. But I'm just being the dentist dick that I am. So bye. So bye. Nice. Hey, whoever else is lingering about, come on in, man. Grab a drink, enjoy, chill out. There's 6 people. It says 6 people, and there's only 3 people shooting the breeze. Come on in, have a drink, relax, man. This is a chill place. No pressure for anything. Just hit like and subscribe. Buy me a couple of coffees. We're good. I'm joking. You don't have to hit like or subscribe. It's all good, man. I don't care. Speaking of YouTube's monetization now, forget it. I was watching a video this morning. A guy who's been on YouTube for 20 years. He's an older guy, about my age. And when he started YouTube, he was making, he actually showed us, like, from his history of making, you know, his statements, you could say, from 20 years ago. He was making between $8,000 to $9,000 a month on YouTube. It started diminishing over the years. They didn't have ads back then. They only had the banners that would go across the bottom or across the top, small banners, and that was it. And then it would disappear. So, you know, YouTube was paying them very generously back in the day. And then the whole, you know, YouTube partner program thing came in, and then they started diminishing the pay, diminishing. He's been at this 20 years. He's got a shit ton of subscribers, not a shit ton as in like millions, but he's close to 1 million. And he showed us statements of the past couple of months. He gets like $500-$600 a month. That's a massive decrease, all because of the AdSense. It is so saturated with ads. YouTube is only going to pay attention to anybody who has multi-million subscribers that make them a shit ton of money, and the rest they don't give a fuck about. That's why they've upped their game with, you need 8,000 watch hours to make money from shorts. You got to have, I think it's what, 20 million views within 90 days now, something like that, which unless you have millions and millions of subscribers, it's just not going to happen, right? So the chances of making any money on YouTube, forget it. It's not going to happen. Hey, buddy, where you going? I got a bee flying around. No, you're not going in the house. No fucking way. I don't want to have to chase you in there, so there you go. You can go hang out somewhere else. So, yeah, YT wants more money for themselves. The guy actually put in all the criteria into AI as a business model for YouTube. Basically, it boils down to YouTube is slowly demonetizing anybody unless they have, like I said, multi-million subscribers with multi-million views per video, short, etc. So these people, I know there's some people who have like 5, 6, 14, 15 million subscribers, right? They're okay. They'll be fine. They're still going to not make as much money as they did when they started 10, 12, 15 years ago or whatever, but they're still going to be okay. So if these guys are solely depending on YouTube to make money, it's time for them to start looking at investing their money into something else or buying into a company to do something else, because it's going to be short-lived. So is that Angry Grandpa the guy who farts all the time? Yeah, so So is Seth Burn Peak. Seth's Bike Hacks. He used to be. He's made a lot of money on YouTube, tons, and he's good now. Like he's got his own downhill mountain bike park. He has trails in his backyard. He's got a huge property in North Carolina. He's also a business partner with Click Valves. He does a lot of charity work, a lot of different things. He's sponsored by a lot of companies like Insta360. He used to be sponsored by Diamondback Bikes, but Diamondback cut back. No pun there. So yeah. Yeah, the egg peeler people, but if they're only doing streams, there's no ads on streams. So they're getting no ad revenue. That's the only problem, right? And that's the thing too, is they basically, if you're a premium member, you don't get ads, but this is the thing. This is why you see people who are sponsored like by AG1 or Insta360 or GoPro or whatever, they put the ad in the video talking about it. And sometimes it's quite long, you know? So because of premium members, this is why companies, YouTube has basically told companies, look, because of premium members, you have to tell these people to literally put this in their videos. So this is why the content creator has to say, and by today's video is sponsored by so-and-so AG1 because I felt like crap in the morning. I take a spoon of that. Wow, I feel so good. Bullshit. But it's all for money, for YouTube. Yeah, if you're not a premium member, yeah. That's right, because I used to get booted out of Dave's all the time. So did you. And I told you about premium. Get premium, you won't get booted. It's like, fuck. You at the end, you were getting booted constantly. Like, every 2 minutes you were gone. It was crazy. Yes, I remember that. Because I kept telling you, because I kept getting these stupid dating apps that used to come up, and they say, what the fuck? Why am I getting dating apps? And then they were going over to you. I remember this clear like it was yesterday. And then they were going over to you, and I was getting booted, and then you started getting booted, and then I said, I went premium, and then you started getting booted even more. And then I said, go premium, go premium. It took me a few times to finally convince you to do it, but it is a good $12 to spend for sure. Yeah, it was crazy. Angry Grandpa, is that the guy that used to fart all the time? The old guy? Because there's an Angry Grandpa video or channel. That's what he did most of the time, was fart. Yeah, Case, I just canceled my YouTube Premium actually because, well, I use it specifically for streaming purposes so that I can. How the fuck did he get in the house? Oh, little shit. I closed the door and he still got in. You little trickster, are you? Come on out, buddy. Oh, no, you're not. You are outside. What the hell? Oh, there you are. Come on. Let's go. All right, you can stay there. Play around. But yeah, it was because of streaming, because of finding music on YouTube. To get ads between every song is just too much. So that's why I did it as well. Yeah, I think that's the guy. Yeah, and they were loud too, man. Like, they were really loud. And they weren't like a fart machine. They were legitimate farts. Like, he was legitimately ripping them. And I mean, it sounded like things were tearing apart in there. So it's pretty funny. Hey, I should like my own video. There we go. I'll put number 2. Yay, 2 likes. So that's good. So yeah, I was when I started streaming, it was a good thing to do, is to have premium as well. Now that I'm stopping for a while after today. So I canceled it, and I had canceled my Apple Music as well. So just that alone, you're saving $25 a month for the two. But I decided I'm going to go back to my Apple Music because it's easier for me to make a full-on playlist the way I want it to be than finding it through YouTube. So if I make the playlist, like I choose the guitar I want to start with, I make the playlist using that guitar. And then whatever other guitar I want to use after that, I choose the playlist to use that guitar. So I'm not switching back and forth from one to the next and whatnot. So I just go down the list that way. So, oh, did he? Yeah, I always forget to hit the like button on my own streams all the time too. So, and I have my laptop open every single time when I stream, right? So I just forget about it. And even in my my description or on my about page, there's a buy me a coffee link, but I always forget to paste that into the. Anyway, I don't bombard people and I don't force them to do anything. I don't want them to feel obligated. So. Fire, are you still here or did you disappear? It's been steady at 6 people watching. Oh, you're still there. Cool. Wasn't sure if you were around. So what made you change your name to Firebrain? See, he's got the translator icon. Je suis là. Yeah, see? If you put your... That's cool. Katie, anytime there's a translator icon beside what you wrote, run your mouse over it. It shows the original language. Because he told me in French, je suis là. And it says, I am here. That's awesome. Where's the other one? I want to see the one that... oh, yeah, case so by. He's die by. That's why I changed it to so by. The translator is probably like, what the fuck language is that? I know by, but the is da, what's that? It's pretty funny. Yeah, I know it was Mustang Cowboy. Yeah, I didn't know that either, Kitty, until now. I just noticed that when my mouse just accidentally ran over Fire's message and went, oh shit, there we go. So now you know what it was supposed to be. No, I don't really watch a lot of Facebook. I watch the shorts, or what are they called? Reels? Yeah, reels on Facebook. I'll watch the reels, or I'll watch, or I just use Facebook Marketplace to sell. That's the only reason I have it. Quarantine karaoke, no. Oh, okay. Oui, je sais que tu es là aussi. Yeah, see, it's pretty cool, right, Kitty? Look at that. I discovered something new. Well, holy Lord Tundran Jesus. Well, I'll be dipped. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, it translates it to English. That's pretty cool. I guess it's cool. So now you know if you go to any other streams and you see that little symbol, you can just run your mouse over it and go from there. Yeah, I didn't put a whole lot of thought process. Oh yeah, like my shirt. Look at that. 60s original, unrestored. What is it? Some parts in still working order. And that's about right. That sums it up. Pretty good there. I've had this shirt for, fuck. I bought it last fall on Temu. Of course, everything I buy is on Temu. I'm a Temu guy. Maybe I should just change my name to Umit, which is Temu backwards. Umit. Oh man, I take my shoes off. My feet are fucking so hot. Holy crap. Oh god damn it. That's better. Much better. Well, same way I do it, Case. If it's an acoustic, it's easy. Turn your phone on, go live, and start the live stream and just play. That's it. Find something else to play music along to, like, I don't know, if you got a stereo or something, you know, anything, whatever, and just do it that way. That's the way I've been doing it for the whole time. I just plug, when I do the electric, I just plug in the studio monitors. Studio monitors are cheap. You can buy them for like, $100, even less. You can buy them used for like $40-50 all over the place. That still work. And yeah, that's it, man. Just plug into that. That's all you got to do. It's simple stuff. Like, all the sound is picked up from the mic on my phone, except for now I'm using this. But when I'm playing, I don't use this because the sound will be just, oh, you know, that wishy-washy, goofy sound. So it would be like that. Yeah, you need 50 subs to be able to go live, but to actually do a video and record, no, you can do it right now if you wanted to. So it's pretty easy. If you got any kind of a stereo, ghetto blaster, whatever, anything of that sort, computer with speakers, just yeah, turn it up, play along to it, and record it, and that's it. Easy peasy. It's very easy. So you have to find something else. If you got an iPad or a tablet or a computer, then it's simple. You just find whatever song you want to play. That's what I do. I just use my tablet. I just find whatever song I want to play to, and then I just start it and play along. That's it. So just make sure that your guitar volume isn't drowning out the music, and the music isn't drowning out your guitar. So you got to kind of do like a test record, basically. So record, like, play along maybe 3 or 4 bars, and then stop it, go back, listen to it. And if the music is too loud, turn it down a bit. Or if your guitar is too loud, you can turn the music up a bit. With an acoustic, you can't really turn it down except strum not as hard, but then you lose the feel of playing a guitar, right? That's the whole idea of an acoustic. It's all about feel. So, but yeah, as long as you have a Bluetooth speaker, because phone music coming out of a phone, you won't hear it. It won't overpower a guitar at all. So, hell, even if you had to sit in your car with your car stereo, do it there, man. Fuck, why not? Turn your car stereo on, sit and fucking put the seat back as far as you can, grab your guitar, sit in the passenger seat and play. So, or find yourself a Bluetooth speaker. They're relatively cheap. All over the place. Just get one, and or just borrow one from someone if you can, or whatever. Yeah, and then fucking that's it, man. Just Do that. Do you have a Bluetooth speaker or no? Yeah, it's a total possibility. You can make your own stand for your phone if you wanted to. Like this stand that I use here, that I use every single time with my streams. I bought it last year, and it came with 2 mics plus the bass there that plugs into the phone to give you better sound. And it has this little guy too. Here. So that little guy that I just dropped in my shoe. What it does is it remotes, and you can actually take a picture because this is connected to the base that's in the phone. This can actually take a picture, like a screenshot of what's going on. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. You know, and that whole thing on Amazon was like $42 Canadian. So that's like what? $4.50 American? Something like that. So it's pretty good, and it's a good stand. Like it's very well. It's been very solid. I use it all the time. It's got its own little bag and everything. So yeah, well, Case, if you do it, man, just do it, man. Like just like you don't need a phone stand. Just get something that's heavy on your dash. Have your phone there, and yeah, just obviously you're going to have the front facing camera so you can see yourself and see that you can see yourself, because right now I can see from my laptop, right? But if I didn't have my laptop, the phone would be flipped so that I can see myself. So yeah, the amplifiers were really good. That was probably one of Line 6's better amps. I had a Line 6 amp. It was a Spider 3, and it had a 75 watt and had a 12-inch Celestion in it. Damn, that thing sounded good. But with the open back, it just didn't have the balls. Like it didn't have the oomph. So I traded it in for a Spider 4, and it had 2 10-inch Celestions, and it was 120 watts. That thing was a beast. Holy crap. And then one day I dropped it on my toe, and then the amp went up for sale. Yeah, everything will work in the end. Yeah, for sure. It definitely will, man. Did Kitty fall over drinking her whiskey and coffee? Haven't heard from her in a while. Maybe she's face down into her meatballs. Oh, beer number 3. Number 3. PBR. It's got a, what do you call it, limited edition can. It's kind of cool, actually. So it's pretty cool picture on there. Established in 1844. Yeah, I know you had a thing on your phone. It's called your finger. But these Coca-Cola glasses, oh my God. I bought these. These are super thick glass. I bought these at Dollarama 2011. I got like 6 of these. They were $2 a piece. Fuck, they're good glasses. And they're like really thick glass. They've got to be 3/16 of an inch, maybe more. I'd say pretty close to 4 millimeters thick. It's pretty thick. I just noticed today too that my phone is bent. This is my new one. and it's got a bend in it. It's got a curve in it. So I'm going to hopefully not have a headache tomorrow when I wake up and go to the Samsung store and say, hey, this is a problem. Why does my phone have a bend in it? It's got a case on it. So I didn't drop it anywhere or nothing. So this is like super premium case. It's almost as good as a mouse case without the mouse name or the price. So kitty backwards would be Aitatik. Nice. I got 200. It's funny. I got one person watching and I've got 3. That makes sense. I got 275 subs. And I don't know how I got 275 subs. Last week I had 274. No, I had, before my stream last week, I had 272, I think. Then it went up to 274. And then when I posted about my last stream, my short, some Big Mac guy in the comments, I don't know what he was thinking. Like, I guess he thought I was going to fucking whack myself or whatever. And I'm like, I don't know you, man. Like, fuck you. So he unsubbed, obviously, because it was down at 273, but now I'm at 275. I know one sub is from a friend of mine from Toronto. I've just recently gotten in touch with recently. It's been a while. And so, yeah, I sent him a link to my channel and then he subbed. So I was in a band with him for a couple of years, 2-3 years probably. So. Yeah, maybe. That's okay. It's got to grow a pair of balls. You can handle it. Anyway, it still works. It's okay. I don't care. It's not an expensive phone. Fuck, I got it for $200 brand new. So I can't complain. Maybe that's why it was $200, but yeah, it does kind of move a little bit. Excuse me again. So, but I gave a bunch of shit away with that bike when I sold it. Fuck. The original tires I came on it, I gave him that. I gave him 10 sets of brake pads that I bought for it that I'm not going to use because I don't have the bike anymore. I bought them on Temu. They were cheap anyway. It was like $7 or something. Gave them the fenders, changed out the pedals because the pedals I put on there, I just put them on there about 6 weeks ago. Crank Brother clipless pedals. I just bought them, so I'm not giving that with the bike. Not too many people ride clipless. So, well, people that are just pleasure riders anyway. Serious riders do. Yeah, I gave them all kinds of shit. Lights, fuck, computer, went with the bike. It was on the bike. I just didn't want to take it off. It's too much hassle. I have another computer that's way better than that. The one that was on my mountain bike was way better than that. So I have that one. And it's Bluetooth, so it's even better. So I don't have to, and it's satellite, so I don't need a sensor on it. I just throw it on the bike, finds a satellite, and away I go. Easy. Done. So, yes, it was Kitty, the one that I rode to work. No, I haven't tried a ukulele case, but I have seen some at Tom Lee that are pretty pricey, like in upwards of $700 for a uke. But they're made by Martin and Taylor, so they're going to be big money. Yeah, it was my blue bike. I sold it today. It's gone. So until things get fixed, straightened out, all that fun stuff, and then I'll get another one, either from this job or depending on what happens next week. Move to the island. I don't know. I'll see what Mike says when he gets back to me. I'll know what's going on. If he says it's all good, then I'm going to go. I'm actually going to start looking tomorrow, looking for a place on the island. So I was hoping to stay in this building because, like I said, there was a guy who has 2 units here, one on the 13th floor and one on the 9th floor. And I was ready to rent either one. It didn't matter to me. And I just asked him today what's going on. And he said they're going to try to sell both. So that's out of the question. So I need to find new digs to go to. I did have a place lined up, but last minute they decided, we're going to renovate it first. Why am I talking like this? I know why I'm talking like this. Some don't know why I'm talking like this too. Before they're going to rent it. So I was ready to put a deposit down, and then they kiboshed that. So yeah, you're swinging varsity. You should really, it's heavy and slow, but it's heavy and slow, but seriously, that's when bikes were good. Seriously. That's when Schwinn was at the top of their game. Schwinn did like many other brands did following Schwinn. I used to have a Schwinn Moab mountain bike, and it was really good. It was a 99 hardtail frame, Schwinn Moab 3. It was a nice bike. It was a beautiful bike. They had the Super 8s, the Super 6 as well. The Super 8s, actually, it was a dual suspension bike, and the pivot, the main pivot for the rear suspension, it was only a single pivot, so it only had one pivot point. But the way the rear triangle was built, so it would come up like this, and it would go like that, and then it will bolt down to the pivot here, and then the shock, right? This pivot here, where it was joined, there was a big round thing like this, and it would fit a beer can perfectly, snug in there. So you can go for your ride. You're done your ride, post-ride pop, push it out, boom, done. Just like that. Yeah, Giant makes good bikes. We sell Giants, actually. I have Specialized downstairs, a Rockhopper, an older one. And I have a Da Vinci Remix as well, full suspension. I'm taking the 2 of them and building one good one, and that's going to be my coffee runner / going to town bike. So I'm probably going to get on that tomorrow. I should do a live stream for that. No, it's too messy because I got to take the blue Da Vinci apart first. So I'm going to take the wheels and the drivetrain off of it and put it on and the bars and put it on the Specialized, the hardtail. And then the fork on the Da Vinci, I'm going to take it off. It's a Fox fork. The one on the Da Vinci is a RockShox, and it's a lower end, not a lower end, but below mid tier. I'm going to take it off and the Fox, and I'm going to service it. So I got to get new seals for it, and then I got to get some oil for it, and then take it apart, pull all the O-rings out, seals, everything, service it, clean it up, put it back together, and yeah, it'll be like a brand new fork again. Then I'll put that one on the Speci as well. Yeah, everything is made in China, but the thing is a lot of stuff in the old days, stuff that was made in China, yes, it was garbage. It was made out of pot metal and shit like that. It was junk, 100%. I've been to China a couple of times, and I'm going to tell you, I went to Tianjin, and there's nowhere that I know of that you can buy a titanium mountain bike frame, handmade, right there on the spot in that store for $900 Canadian. Nowhere. And the welds, oh my fucking God. They're so perfect. It's unbelievable. Just insane. I just about bought one. They had a medium large there that was already built. Just the frame was made, right? And I almost bought it. Fuck, I'm like, I want this fucking frame so bad. It's so beautiful. Just, oh my God. And Like anything from Lightspeed or Titus or anything like that, you're looking at $3,000, $2,800 just for the frame, right? So I wanted to buy it, and I was doing measurements with the measuring tape and the reach from the seat. So I put a seat post in it so you can get the proper angle and about where my seat would be in approximate. So you got to adjust, you got to measure for the reach. So basically on the top of the seat post to the middle of the stem. And it was just about an inch too short. I would have been cramped in there, so I would have needed a large. And it was 8 weeks wait for me to get it. So I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, sorry. I really wanted that frame so bad. I'd still have it today for sure. Damn, dude. You know how much those old Treks are worth today? The old Trek Antelopes and stuff like that? Fuck, man. Those things are money. You should have drove to Wisconsin and sold it back to Trek. They would have bought it back. Easy. Fuck, they got a huge fucking showroom there of all the old stuff. I used to work for Trek, actually. Not for a long time, but I did. Not in Wisconsin either, in Coquitlam here. Yeah, see, the shop offered her $5 for it. They'd turn around and sell it for like $300. Because that's the thing. That's the problem. And I'm guilty of this as well. Like, I'm not going to lie. I've done it. To benefit myself, not any business. But I didn't lie to the customer or to the bike that I went to look at. Because I know the shop that offered her $5, I guarantee you, they probably would have put $50 of parts into that bike to sell for $300. When I go and see a bike and I see that there's issues, I tell them straight up and I show them the issue. I say, okay, so you want $600 for this bike. Here's the problem. The back wheels got play in the bearings. One of two things. The cones need to be tightened or the bearings are shot. If the bearings are shot, that means the cones are pitted. That means the axle's fucked. You need a new one. That's money. Forks are leaking. To get a fork rebuilt, depending on what fork it is, if it's 100 mil, 120 millimeter travel fork, usually around, with seals, around $140-ish. You get a triple crown fork, like a downhill bike, you only get about $300 to rebuild that fork, roughly. Again, broken spokes, rotted tires, worn out chains, worn out cassettes, worn out chain rings, all that stuff, right? It all adds up. So you're looking at a guy who's selling a bike for $600 and needs $600 worth of work into it. So that's a $1,200 bike now. So, and you're not going to get $1,200 for that bike with the $600 put into it, no matter what, because it's too old, especially when it comes into mountain bikes. So, I offer the guy like $400. I'll give you $400 for it. This is how much it's going to cost me. Because I work in the shop, I know my price. It's going to cost me $200 for parts, not including my labor. So my labor's for free. You take it to a shop, you're spending, $400 in parts, $200 in labor or more. So, they see it, but I do it to benefit myself because I know I can fix it. But if I was green around the gills, where some people go to these bike auctions, these police auctions, and I used to get these guys that come into stores all the time. Yeah, I just bought this bike at a police auction. It's not shifting right. How much would it cost to fix? Well, let's call Garth, crackhead Garth. Garth stole a bike. Garth needed parts from a different bike to put on his bike. So Garth takes a wheel from an 8-speed bike, puts it on a 10-speed bike. So there's 8 gears in the back. Shifter is 10-speed. So is the derailleur. Garth puts a different size wheel on the front with a different size brake rotor. The brake pads are not touching the rotor, so the brakes don't work. So, number one, Buddy needs to buy a new wheel. 2 reasons. Number one, a 10-speed cassette on a road bike will not fit on an 8 or 9-speed road wheel. You need a 10-speed because the free hub body is longer by only 2 millimeters, but it makes a difference. The said front wheel is from a different bike, different size, so he needs a new wheel, which needs a new rotor, which he'll need a new tire and a new tube. So, new wheel for the rear. You can get a cheap one for 160 bucks. Cassette, 80 bucks. New front wheel, 100 bucks. 2 tires. Well, let's say 1 tire. The rear one's, let's say the rear tire's okay. Needs a new tire, 40 bucks. And a new tube, plus a labor. How much has he spent? He paid, what, $250 for the bike at the auction. Looks great. Paint's awesome. But no parts match. I get that all the time. And people are like, I'll say, sorry, man, you know, and this is a problem. People go to these police auctions and they don't know anything about bikes, right? And they get in there and it's like, oh man, that thing looks so nice, you know? And they don't know what's right and what's wrong or whatever. Because you can't, at an auction, you can't get up to the bike and look at it either, right? So it's kind of a, you buy it or you don't. You take your chances, right? For a person like me, it's fine because I can fix it. I know what to do. But for a person who doesn't know how to do it, then they're fucked. Okay, Katie, no problem. So so he's into like a, you know, by the time it's all said and done, the dust settles, he's almost into $1,000 for this bike. And it's not a new bike. You know, it's like, and I hate to put a somber look on these people's faces, but I'd rather tell them the truth than lie to them and saying I can fix it. Yes, I can fix it, but it's going to cost you a lot of money, as opposed to, oh, I can fix it for 50 bucks. It's not going to happen at all. The problem is some derailleurs, you can tweak it. Even if it's a 10-speed, you can tweak it to shift to an 8. Just set the limit screws. But on some derailleurs, the shift ratio is completely different. So when you hear that click, some of it is 2 to 1, some of it is 2.1 to 1 or 2.2 to 1. That makes a difference. So you'll never tune it. It'll always, you tune it to go into the gears properly and you go up the range, you come back down, you hear tick, 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 tick again. So you tune it, goes down, you come back up, tick, 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 tick again. That's the problem. It's not lining up perfectly with the ratio. So 76 Wind Varsity is wanting something. The bars have light surface rust. Light surface rust, very easy. That is a super easy fix, and you can do this to any chrome. Get 000 or quad 0 steel wool, WD-40. That's it. Spray the WD-40 in the steel wool and go over it. It doesn't scratch. It's like wonder juice. We call WD-40 tune-up in a can for a reason, because it's literally what it is. Tune-up in a can. So, oh, sorry to hear about that, Fire. Thanks for dropping by, man. Appreciate it. Oui, merci beaucoup. Je vais faire des vidéos puis des shorts aussi, puis tu peux regarder à ça pour le temps que je vais être live encore. Merci beaucoup, mon ami. Sorry to hear about your funeral, buddy. Well, not your funeral. The funeral you're going to. See you later, bro. Thanks for stopping by. That's what my last bike was. It was a Trek, actually. And the one I sold today. I've had a few Treks in my day. Some pretty nice ones. I had 3 Trek road bikes, 3, not 1, not 2, but 3. I had a Domani S5 disc, full carbon. I had a Madone 4, full carbon rim brake. I had a Cervelo as well. It was full carbon as well. I had another one that was custom made, like custom frame from China. Everything I custom ordered from there. Fuck, it was a great bike. I love that bike. No, don't clear coat it. Don't. It's just surface rust. You clear coat it, and any moisture gets under there, it's going to look like shit. I would just get like some kind of a polish of some kind, like an aluminum polish or a metal polish, and just polish it with that. I wouldn't clear coat it. Never. That's, yeah. Because it's steel, right? And clear coating it just creates problems. The rust will always come back. You know, as long as you upkeep it, like, because you got surface rust on it. But again, it's an old bike. It's going to have surface rust. Any bike that sits around is going to have surface rust, no matter what. You know, moisture in the air, it happens, right? Once you get most of the rust off, you'll probably still see the pitting there, but the rust will be gone. Just get a metal polish, anything, like whatever you use, and just polish it up and just fucking, you know, just keep at it. Just every once in a while, just wipe the bike down. Keeps the shit off of it. You'd be surprised how much dust creates rust. It's insane, but it actually does. Yeah, it's just chrome plated steel. Yeah, just polish it. You know, if you polish it, you know, wash the bike once in a while, even though you don't ride it, or just take it for a ride around the block or down the street and back. Make sure you check your tire pressure though, and make sure there's no sidewall cracks in the tire, because if you put them up to pressure and there's sidewall cracks, it can blow, and that's not a good thing. Just make sure your tire pressure is close to the max. Say it's 40 psi max, go 35. That's what I usually do. Keep it 5 pounds under. Then just take it for a ride and then go back, and then, you know, just wash it, hose it down. If you don't have a hose, just get a cloth and even a spray bottle of water, like a little bit of dish soap in the bottom of a spray bottle, a dollar store spray bottle. Like, that's what I use. I put that much dish soap in the bottom, fill it up with water. It's the best. Like Dawn or Palmolive, it's the best bike wash in the world. It's better than spending $20 on a bottle of bike wash. That's basically the same fucking thing. Spray it, wipe it down. That's it. Done. Did you have thummies on it before? Let me see this. Schwinn Varsity, right? I want to Google that. I want to see it. Schwinn Varsity 70s. Oh yeah, nice. That's a road bike, man. Fuck yeah, dude. That's a good bike, man. That's a nice bike. There's a company in Canada. Some people call it Sakine. You can actually get decals. I just Googled your bike, and it was an actual original parts Schwinn website there. So you might look into that when you have the time, when you decide you're going to restore your bike. There's a company in Canada called Sakine. I call it Sakine. Some people call it Sakine. They made some really nice road bikes, and that was my very, 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 very first road bike. God, so many years ago. I was still in high school, and it had Suntour drivetrain, not Shimano. It had Suntour, the higher end Suntour. but it was a good bike. It was made in Taiwan, beautiful bike. And to this day, I want another one, even though it has the suicide shifters down on the down tube. Just such a good bike to ride, and they're so beautiful. They're so well made. It's just, wow. I love those old road bikes. Graham, how are you, my friend? Welcome in. Well, that's cool. At least you got a seat out of it. That's a good thing. So, how long have I been streaming now? 95 minutes. A little bit longer. How many beers were I still got lots. I only had, what, 2? I got 4 left in there. The thin racing bike seats, like, I don't usually change seats that much. My seats are always relatively thin. For me, the thinner, the better. I don't like big seats. Number one, big seats are very cumbersome and they get in the way a lot when you ride, whether mountain biking or road biking. Number two, I wear padded shorts, always. So I have a chamois in my shorts 100% of the time, unless I'm just riding from work or to work. Some days I just won't wear it. It doesn't matter because my ass is so hard from riding now. It doesn't hurt anymore. Seats take time to break in. People don't realize that when they buy a new bike. Oh, the seat's so hard. Give it time. Any bike seat you buy new is going to be hard, no matter what. The foam is stiff. It's got to break down. It's got to loosen up a little bit. And I find seats that have a winged side like that, they cut into my legs, into my muscles, and it really, really hurts. I have my old Trek seat, actually, that was on my bike. I took it off for that specific reason. Let's see if I can find it. I think it's in here. Should be in here. Anyway, I don't know where it is. Don't know where it is. Might be in a storage in another bag. It's possible. So, yeah, demolition crew. I got a box here full of stuff. I remember too, I got to bring this to work. I sold it to a guy. This cassette is for a road bike. It's an 11-speed RS8 and R8000. It's aluminum, and right there, and it retails $280. This guy, $280. Oh, this is a 105. I have the other one downstairs. The other one I need is downstairs. Anyway, same thing. This one retails for about 160-ish, somewhere around there. Something like that. So it's a little bit heavier than the other one. The other one has an aluminum spider on the back and all kinds of shit like that. Bike dock is safe. No, it's I got panniers full of bike parts. I have 3 panniers upstairs here full of bike parts, and I have 2 or 3 in the storage as well, the big panniers full of parts as well. So, and I have cables for days and housing. There you go. Look at that. That's all bike cables, housing. These are premium cables. I use these mostly for road bikes. These guys here. It's $32 each. These guys, they're polymer coated. So bike shit's not cheap. Like, unless you buy from Temu. I had these pedals on my blue bike. These are Temu pedals. They spin, I got well over, I'd say about 1,500 kilometers on these pedals, and they spin just absolutely perfect. Like just beautiful. I figured they would bend. I'm a big guy, right? And these pedals were $22, $23, something like that. And they have 3 bearings in them, so which is it's a good thing. So there's a bearing here, there's one here, and then there's a bushing here on this end. But they're really thin, so that's why I figured they would bend. But no, not at all. No, I don't have any copper. Sorry. I have a couple of pickups that you can have the copper from if you want it. You can just gotta unravel it all. So you can have that if you want. I got lots of pedals. I got like 3 sets of pedals. I got another set here. Bike takeoff. These come off of my my e-bike that I had. So they're off my e-bike. I got rotors, brake rotors. Fuck, I got everything under the sun. So torque wrenches. I got it all. This torque wrench, I bought a Canadian Tire. It was on sale. It was regular $140. I got it on sale for like, I think it was $40. This guy here. So I got a small one too. I got this one here. And I got a smaller one as well. So lots of shit. Screws, bolts, nuts, spacers. Fuck. I got 2 boxes full of that stuff over there. Yeah, don't put armor. Don't armor all your tires. It cracks them. It's not good. Armor all is an evil thing. A buddy of mine, when Armor All first came, I remember when it came out, people just went nuts over this shit. They would Armor All every corner, every square inch of the inside of their car. And fuck, it was shiny in the cars. You sit on the seat, they go around a corner, you're off to the other side of the car. It's fucking brutal. That stuff ruins everything. Not just things, like literally everything. It's just fucking shite. All day shiznit. Yeah, I got lots of shit out here, man. Here, you guys want to have a boo at the pool? Hopefully my phone won't fall off. Well, there's the pool. And the hot tub there in the corner. Can I zoom in? Oh, there we go. And you guys can have a boob out. You check out the sunshine over there, right there. There she is. There's an audio plane taking off right there. Right there. That is Yukon Air. Yeah, it's a nice view. That's the East Coast. Not over there, all those buildings way over there, way that way. That's Surrey. That's Burnaby. Right there, that's Burnaby. And this, the big building, right? Oh, where are we here? Right there. That's where I work. Right there. So, and that's the parking lot I practice my skateboarding. Yes, I skateboard right there. I haven't in a while, but it's in that parking lot there. Parking lot of a church. What a place to go, right? And there's the street below me, the little cul-de-sac there. And the pool for the adjacent building over there. And yeah, and the sun has gone behind the clouds now, as you can see. So it's pretty cool. Looks like a fire. Crazy. Huh. Cool. All right. So that's it's nice facing north because I don't have the extreme hot air that facing south does. Not even close. So that's really good. So. Nice. I've seen so many people come in with their gas-powered engines into a bike shop. Can you guys fix this thing? Nope. Why not? We don't have insurance for that. Sorry. Fuck, am I getting cankles? I look like my ankles are swollen. I don't want to start getting cankles. I'm still too young for that. You guys don't know what cankles are. It's fat ankles. We call them cankles. Yeah, I have sun here now, like about 7. It's 8 o'clock, almost 8 now. About 7 o'clock, I have sun, and it gets hot here. But that's why my plants have to stay indoors, because my tree, I put it outside, and I had it here in the corner here, and it burned the leaves in like 2 days. So I moved it over there, which gets no sun, but it just doesn't like being outside at all. So yes, cankles. No cankles here yet. I can still see the bone, but it's just I keep an eye on that. Oh, God forbid the day I get cankles. I'll never wear shorts again the day I have cankles. The day I'm officially cankled, that's it. You know what I saw? There's a guy I watch on YouTube, Biking Beards. Super nice guy. He buys a lot of really unique motorcycles, and he bought like a container full of motorcycles from Japan and brought them over. He just bought a bike. I watched the video a couple days ago. It was a 79 Harley. Was it FX? FXLR, I think. But it was a Softail frame. Anyway, it had a 3-cylinder John Deere motor in it. Diesel. Turbo. And the guy who owned it, he bought it from another guy. He only had it for a week. But the guy who built it was a fucking genius because he had painted the bike the same color as John Deere, covered the seat in yellow. The bike was green. The rims, the inside of the rims, the inlet part of the rims were yellow. The outside were still polished aluminum. Very cool bike. The thing started on a dime. Even the exhaust had the little flappy thing that diesel tractors have on there. It was insane. It was so good. So he drove it. What was it? 140 miles. So I'm going to refill it just to see. $1.25 that he used for 140 miles on that bike. It's a 3-gallon tank, so he'll get 400 miles to a tank on that thing. That's insane. But it was very cool. Like, he brought it to a Harley place and his buddies, and they looked at it and they're like, it's crazy. So they took it out for a ride and they just couldn't believe how smooth it was and how it's very torquey because it's diesel, but the top end, like, he got 80 miles an hour out of it, and that's it. That's all you're going to get out of it. It's a 3-cylinder diesel motor with a turbo, probably that big. So what, 40 millimeter, not even 40, 30 millimeter turbo, roughly. Very small. God, yesterday, fuck, if I had the money. Oh, my mother had a Ringer washing machine, but it wasn't a gas motor, it was electric. And I always had a phobia of my fingers getting stuck in there. It's like, fuck. They go in normal, they come out like pancakes, just like you see in the cartoons, right? Yesterday, I was looking at Facebook Marketplace, and there was a guy, he was selling a 1200 Sportster. The only problem I don't like about the Sportster is it has a very small tank. That can be fixed, though. Change it out, put a fat bob tank. And but the guy had it listed for $6,000, and then he dropped it down to 3,200, and I'm like, fuck. I had drag pipes on it too. I'm like, if I had $3,200 laying around right now, I would fucking buy that bike in a second. It was really nice. It was a 2012, 2013, I can't remember, somewhere around there. We had it custom painted. It was black. It had blue flames on the tank. Fucking the fender was painted custom. It was a nice bike. He goes, the reason I'm selling is because I got 4 Harleys. Oh, wow, it sucks to be you. Mister, I own a Harley shop in my garage shop. Yeah, I can actually see that happening. Those Ringer washers were fucking deadly, man. Like, I've never seen clothes flattened. Literally, it's hilarious because I don't know if you've ever seen that case. Clothes goes in to a Ringer washer, and it comes out looking like a piece of cardboard, and it literally comes out. It doesn't fold over. It just comes out straight for a while before it drops. But it's like a piece of cardboard. It's crazy. Super glad I didn't realize I had a small tank. I thought it was a bigger tank. The Sportster, I think it's only like a 2-gallon tank, so it's really small. It's very small. So you put the dual tanks on that, it would be nice. Yeah, videos of Ringer washers. Yeah, they're pretty cool, man. No dryers back then. That's for sure. Even the big breakthrough of dish soap was a huge deal, you know, because that wasn't an existing thing either. God, you remember the first microwave? Holy fuck, man. The thing was the size of a doghouse. It was crazy. And the amount of radiation coming out of that thing, holy shit, man. It'd make Chernobyl look like a joke. Really. $115. Yeah, they do. It's even the front loader washers. I still prefer the top loads. I find the top loads, the gyrating, whatever it is inside, is better than something just going around in a circle. To me, something going around in a circle doesn't really do much of a lot. So I prefer the gyrating top load washer all day long. It's just better. Agitator, yes. Like me. Agitator. Damn, I should change my channel name to that. Agitator Solitude. It has a ring to it. Or just Agitator. Yeah. Instigating Agitator. Sure, that works too. Or agitating instigator. Or just insta-agitate. That's too. That works. Yes. Well, I knew you'd agree. Like, come on. If you didn't agree, you'd be running a fever or something. We know that. Tomorrow, when we get up, gonna go to hate to say it, local music stores. Shit. Shouldn't have said that. Nah, I'm not gonna buy anything. I need to really look into getting off the mainland, going to the island possibly. Fuck, it's going to be so nice. Again, the only issue with the island is it's an island, right? Sometimes getting off of it is not easy. If it's really windy, ferries don't run. Supplies don't come in. You know, it is a big island, mind you, it's massive. Like, fuck, you can drive around it for days. It's that big. There's many surrounding smaller islands like Salt Spring Islands, Haida Gwaii. Always wanted to go to Haida Gwaii. That's it's on my bucket list, actually. Beautiful place. So, yeah. And if I do go to the island and I'm closer to Tofino, then I can go to Tofino 2-3 times a year. Would be nice. Still about 3-hour jaunt there, but that's okay. So that's I'm hoping I can get into Victoria. Fuck, that would be nice. I don't want to go to Nanaimo. I don't like Nanaimo. Nanaimo is like Surrey. Victoria is more like Richmond, nicer side of Vancouver, kind of thing. It's chill. So that's the plan anyway. We'll see. Once I get here back from Mike, then I'll know more what I'm doing. But that's the way things are going to be for now. Anyway, like I said, I'm still going to post. Actually, I've been picking and choosing songs out of my live streams to post up videos and shorts in the past couple of days. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. I could have been doing that for fucking a year. Never thought of it. Just thought of it like a few days ago. All my other live streams are gone. I deleted them all. So that's another reason too. My live streams, I don't want to do it anymore. It's like, you know, I used to get between, on average, depending on the day, if it was a weekend, I get between 700 and 900 views on a stream for an hour and a half. Weekdays, about 400 to 600. Now I'm down to between 30 to 60. That's a dramatic change. Sometimes even less. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm waiting for Mike to let me know what's going to happen. Because he's got a couple part-timers there. He wants to find out when they're going to go. And he's going to let me know. So once he says yeah to me working there, then I will find an apartment. Even if it's just a bachelor for now, I don't care. Just to get me out of this fucking, off of the mainland. I want to go on the island. It's super chill there. It's going on the island is like getting out of the city. Like even in Victoria, it's a city, but it's like getting out of a massive city and going somewhere where everything is relaxed. Like it's just, there's a lot of retirees there too, like a lot of people retire there because it is chill. So that's a good thing. Probably because my stream has changed over time. The music has changed, the name has changed. Like the only people that come from Dave's stream to watch is you and your wife and Kitty, and that's it. Nobody else. Carlos doesn't come anymore. Dave McWilliams doesn't come anymore. Any of those people from Dave's, they don't come anymore. So, which is okay. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. You know, they got their own little thing going on. Cool for them. And I know that they were only there just to say hello and support. They're not there for the music. I know that already because it's not their thing, and that's fine. You know, it's that music is not for everybody, right? So that's why I enjoy playing, because I feed off of the power of it. It just gets me into it so much. So that's what I like about it. And also that's the same thing with jazz too. You know, it's like metal gives me the feeling of, fuck yeah, this rocks hard, you know, and you can feel it and you just get into it. And when you're in the pocket, the trick sentence in a band, you feel it. And when you feel it, everything is like boom, 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 boom. It's like a hammer coming down and it's on all the time. And the same thing with jazz, but jazz is not in the pocket. It's that improvisation that just, you know, that's the thing with jazz. There's no structure to it. Solos are done off the cuff. They're not written out in tabs. They're just off the cuff. They feel what they play. What comes out of their fingers comes out of their head onto the guitar. That's the difference. And that is why I like jazz. Because when I recorded jazz drums in the studio for a few bands back in Toronto, it's such a different animal. Like when you're playing metal, rock, country, whatever, you're playing to a click track all the time. You got a click track in your ears, right? You have to. You get so used to it, you feel weird when it's not there. Jazz, they're like, no, man, just go by feel, you know? So they'd lay down their guitar tracks or whatever, and they were just temporary tracks because they wanted to get the drum track down first. So they lay down the guitar track, the bass, sometimes a stand-up bass, piano, whatever. And then you just listen to it. You know, I sit there and listen to it for a good half hour, 45 minutes. Then I get this, then all of a sudden it starts just to come, you know? And it's like, yeah, I can feel that, you know? Then you get behind the kit and you do some really fucking crazy shit, like not big solos or stuff, just little intricate things like, you know, a couple little snare shots, a couple little snare rolls, a couple triplets here and there, and some shots on the cymbals. And it's a different animal completely. And you don't use a metronome, you just play by feel. And then they feed off of you because they don't play to a metronome either. They play to your drum track. And with rock music or anything that's complex, progressive rock, anything that has different time, like for instance, Flying Whales, it goes from 6/8 to 3/8 constantly. So you need a metronome to record that in the studio because it changes so much. Like the beginning goes, so it has to be spot on. If it's not spot on, it's going to sound like shit. With jazz, it's like if say Flying Whales was jazz, it would be like you know, crazy shit like that. It depends. Some people like the music and they can write words to music. Some people who are writers, they can write words and then you can write the music. Because some people can, if they write like a song, for instance, it doesn't have to technically be a song. It can be, for instance, say Katie writes a poem, right? If she writes a poem, I read the words and I'm going, there's a song there. I can see it and I can already hear it in my head what it's going to sound like, right? I don't write lyrics. I can't write lyrics if I had a gun held to my head. Really, I just couldn't do it. It would be, hey, baby, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. That's my extent of writing. That's it. So that's all you're going to get out of me. So she can write lyrics like nobody's business, or a poem or a story or whatever. I can see a song in that. All you have to do is take like 2 or 3 pieces of that poem, use them as verses, write a chorus around that. Find something in that story that would make an amazing chorus and write it around that. And that, you can, just by the words, you can almost tell, you can tell the mood of the song, if it's an upbeat song or if it's a little bit slower, or if it's a song that's got a little bit of a darker theme to it, a little crunchier, a little more minor chords in it than major chords, because minor chords make it sound a little bit eerier, darker, sadder. You know, words sometimes can really play a huge part on a song. For instance, the Rat song I play all the time, I Want a Woman. You know, I want a woman, not some little girl who grew up in Daddy's little world. So you hear the song, da, 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 it matches the words because it's kind of upbeat, but yet it's determined to say exactly what it says, right? It's like, I don't want to fuck around. I want a real woman, right? So that's, oh yeah. Yeah, I was talking about writing music. I couldn't, like I said, hey baby, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the extent of writing my lyrics. Case was asking if it's easier to write a song around lyrics or around music. So it can be done both ways. And I was explaining, when you have someone who can actually write a poem or a story, such as yourself, it's easy for a musician like myself to see. I can see a song in that, you know, and I could say, like, take 2 or 3, I guess it would be paragraphs of your poem, use them as verses and create a chorus around that. Something out of the rest of the song or even parts of the verse that will make an amazing chorus, you know. And depending on the storyline or the way that it's written, you can determine the mood of the song in that sense. So Yeah, see, I'm completely opposite. I can write music like nothing. For me, it's nothing to write music, but to write lyrics, fuck, forget it. I just can't. When I see lyrics, I hear the song in my head. When I hear a song or some chords or riffs, I can't even determine what lyrics are going to start to sound like. I have no clue. I just can't. I just can't do it at all. So, like some of your poems that you've written, um, there's I've read them. I'm like, okay, there's songs in here for sure. There's definitely songs in here. Wow, that building's all red. Holy Jesus. Woof. It's like a fire over there. Look at that. See that? It's the sun. And look at the buildings just below where I work. Look at how red they are. Sun, from the reflection of the sun. Pretty crazy. I could see that in my computer. I'm like, what the hell? That's pretty cool. But that's pretty red, man. Oh. Woo. Sweet. I can't write lyrics either. I tried once and I don't know. I just don't have the imagination in my head to be able to come up with words to write songs. I just can't do it. I've tried so many times and just, but you give me lyrics and fuck, I can write a song tomorrow. No problem. I've written many songs from original bands, music wise, or Doran or John or whoever, they would write lyrics and say, oh, you know, I can write a song to that, you know. So, sometime if you're not sub to my channel and sub, you will do your original. I'm hoping it's song, right? Actually, you know, like Case, I don't even know if I'm sub to you. I don't even remember. Let me check. Let me go to another tab here. Close that. Open a new one. YouTube. Come on, man. Oh, it's Case Tractor 47. There we go. Forgot that one. Very important part. That's why I couldn't find you. There you are. Yeah, I'm subbed as well. Yes, I kind of figured you were meaning song and not dong, because yeah, you can never pay me to listen to your original dong. Sorry, I like you and all, but not that much. Okay, guys. I'm going to pack it. It's been 2 hours. I still have 4 beers. Definitely not going to drink them. I had 3. That's enough for me. I'm done. So my whole idea of getting drunk is not going to happen. So anyway, thanks. It says only one watching, but I know there's 2. Yeah, you got to do it, man. Just play it. You know what I do when I record a song? I'll play it 2 or 3 times before I hit the record button. And when you hit the record button, something in your brain says, "Oh shit, I'm recording now. I can't fuck up." But you will. Not if. You will. Guaranteed. You have to play it. You have to record it probably 3 or 4 times. You will make mistakes. What I do is as soon as I make a mistake, I stop it, and then I just restart it again. And I just do it. Like sometimes I just leave some of the mistakes in because I don't care. But if it's a pretty drastic one, like you forget a chord or you forget where your place is, then yeah, I'll restart it. But yeah, you'll probably have to record it 2 or 3 times, and then just the lead. You'll know by the timestamp, or not the timestamp, the duration of the video, which one is the good one, because it will be the longest one, obviously. So that's what I go by. And then cut a short out of it, man. Find the best part of the song and just create a 1-minute short. No more than 1 minute, because you'll get copyright. But if it's your original, then you won't. It won't matter. Yeah. Got 2 and 1 left. Well, I mess up all the time, buddy, and I'm human, and that's what I tell everybody. And that's just who I am. I don't polish videos. I don't sit there and put hours and hours and hours in editing. Fuck, half of the time I don't even edit. I did edit a few on CapCut before, but nothing major. I just upped the volume, changed the beginning a little bit, and put a couple of like links at the end, and that's it. Or a fade out. I never actually sit there and polish and cut parts here and cut parts there and paste parts here. That's too much work. People who put 15, 20, 30 hours into editing a video, I'm sorry. It's okay if that's what you're doing for a living, but if you're just noodling around, it's just a waste of time, really. So anyway, thanks, guys. And yeah, thanks for dropping by. I will see all y'all later. Have a good day.